Hello everyone and welcome to another cooking video. Today we're going to do Greek meatballs. And that's what they should look like. So we start off with the ingredients. It's all straightforward and you can buy all of this in the supermarket. So we'll start off with the parsley. I'm just breaking the leaves off here. Very therapeutic this is, apparently. Or boring, one or the other. Now we're just chopping them up, all the leaves. So we're going to put it on the side plate there and then put it to one side. You can use half of this for the actual meatballs and the other half for garnishing at the end. Okay, now the onion. The onion has to be grated, and I put it through a machine with a grating device on it. You're supposed to use one onion, but I use an onion and a half because it generally wastes some onion, as you'll see. This is the device that will grate the onion. It's a bit complicated for me. It grates most of it, and then you end up with some big lumps which you have to pull out afterwards. Just chuck all your onion in there. It's a lot quicker than using a cheese grater, but it does waste some onion. That's it. Now you just tip it into a small dish. You'll probably find a lot of liquid at the bottom. I try to not put that into the dish, just the onion. Right, now we're going to weigh out our meat. We need 250 grams of lean minced beef. I'll just put a bowl on the scale, zero it, and put the meat in till I hit 250 grams. Now you need 50 grams of white breadcrumbs. Just chuck in your grated onion and you mix it all up. A lot of traffic noise outside. Don't know whether you can hear it. As you can see, these are the large lumps that I'm pulling out of the mixture, which the grater didn't grate. So now you want to season it, add salt and pepper. I always put plenty of pepper in this. Now 2 cloves of garlic, you've got to crush them into the mixture. Right, you need 1 egg, whisked up. Right, this is mustard powder with a bit of water to make up some made mustard. It's English mustard. You just need a teaspoon of it, really. I tend to find it's not quite so bitey as the English mustard you get in a pot. I mean, you could use Dijon mustard, actually. Right, so add all that and the egg into the mixture and carry on stirring it up. Right, now you're going to add a teaspoon of oregano. Sorry, oregano, whatever you call it. And about half a teaspoon of dried mint. Very well measured. Carry on mixing. Now it's time to start kneading it with your hands to get it thoroughly mixed together. It seems I forgot the parsley. A quick wash of the hands.
Got the parsley.
As I said before, you use half the parsley in the mixture and the other half is for garnishing at the end. Mix it well so that everything's combined. Right, this is a baking tray. Basically I just put some greaseproof paper, oven-proof paper on the bottom. It stops it sticking. I mean, you could just oil the pan if you wanted to. Right, now you want to break off pieces to make little balls. You want the balls roughly about 2.5 inches in diameter, and they've all got to be the same size to make sure that they cook evenly. So just wet your hands and just sort of shape them into balls. It's important to keep your hand wet because otherwise it will just stick to your hand. And then just roll them around and then put them on the pan, one at a time. Okay, you want to put these in the oven for half an hour at about 200 degrees centigrade. Basically, at the halfway point, you need to turn them over. So I set the timer for 30 minutes, and then after 15 minutes I take them out, stop the timer, turn them over and put them back in the oven and restart the timer. Okay, now we're going to do the tomato juice, which the ball's cooking. Basically, I'm just going to get a tin, 400 gram tin of tomatoes, pour it in, and then you've got to add about half a tin of water as well. Put the lid on. Just blend it for about, I don't know, 2 minutes. Once you've blended it, then it needs to be strained to get rid of all the seeds and what have you. So put the pan on the workbench, and then you're going to pour the juice in through a strainer to make sure that no bits get through. All you want is the liquid. What I do is I squash it down with the back end of a spoon to make sure that all the liquid gets through and all the stuff that you don't want stays in the strainer. So you end up with that. Right, the meatballs have sort of hit their halfway point now, so I'm going to take them out and turn them over. Back in the oven they go, and then just start the timer again. So now we put our tomato juice into a pan, and we need to simmer it for about 10 minutes. Leave the lid off so that it will reduce slightly, but if you only simmer it, then it won't reduce that much.
We stopped at Pat's all the way back, current lady, and she just had a snooze.
Okay, the meatballs are done. Take them out of the oven. We're going to put them into a glass Pyrex dish, something heat-proof, because they've got to go in the oven later on, but they need to go in the fridge first. But then they go in the oven later on. Just pop them in one at a time. Very nice. And they are very nice. Right, the tomato sauce which you've been simmering on the oven top, just pour in. Make sure that all the meatballs are covered. Might have to roll them around a bit just to cover them completely. What you want to do once you've done this is pop the lid on, put it to one side to let it cool down a bit, and then you're going to put it in the fridge probably for about 2 or 3 hours. Ideally, probably about 2 hours. Just sit it in the fridge. Right, these are the accompaniments that you will do with the meal. Basically, you've got pitta bread, you've got some lettuce, and you've got some Taramasalata. Yeah, and the Greek meatballs. So what you're going to do now, the meatballs have been in the fridge for a couple of hours. You're going to put them in the oven for about 30 minutes at 200 degrees. I always put it in the cold oven and start the oven up as soon as I put the meatballs in, simply because you don't get any thermal shock on the Pyrex dish. I mean, the Pyrex dish should not break, but you never know. So I get out 2 pieces of pitta bread, and what I'm going to do is just grill these so that they're sort of toasty. I put the Taramasalata into 2 little ramekins. Taramasalata, for those who don't know, is a sort of, it's like mayonnaise with fish roe in it. It's alright in small doses. It's very Greek. Okay, that's your pitta bread, which you've just grilled. Basically what we do with those at the meal is just break bits off and dip it into the Taramasalata and eat it with the meatballs. It's very nice. So you want to put the lettuce on the plates. I mean, you could put them in a lettuce salad bowl, but I just put them straight on the plate. It's a bag of lettuce as opposed to something I mixed up myself. It saves a bit of time. It comes already washed and ready to eat. Now come the meatballs, ready to be dished up. Bubbling away. Let's give them a stir. And just put them on the plate. Normally we do, well, I do 2 each. There's only 2 of us. I'm a very messy server. Always get tomato juice everywhere. You want to put on plenty of tomato sauce. It is nice. And it accompanies the meatballs very well. Now the rest of your parsley, which you chopped up earlier, just sprinkle that onto the meatballs. That's it. Greek meatballs with salad and pitta bread and Taramasalata. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, and if you did, then please hit the like button. If you want to see future videos, and I bring out one every week, then also please subscribe. Thank you very much.